Good morning, it's Trevor Cutmore, and it is Monday morning. It's very early, it's 7:20 in the morning. I'm making this video, and I've got three things I want to discuss with you today, and I really hope that you find them helpful, not controversial, and I'd love your comments. Even if you don't agree with me, I welcome that, and let's start some chatter and find out where people are in this time. So what are the three things? We're going to start off training. Now, I am a property developer. I've done many refurbs. I use many different strategies and options, buy, refurb, refinance, auction houses, actually also building houses, and pretty much everything around in it. I don't think there's many strategies that I haven't done to a good level. Probably the only one I haven't done is possession by adverse possession. That's actually putting on a notice on some land that seems to be abandoned or property, and over a period of time you can actually get that for free. But I know about it, I've never done it. However, what I want to talk to you about is the training side of what I do. Now, I do offer some training. We've got online home study courses now on buy, refurb, refinance, on purchase lease options, and on buying at auction houses. And if you're buying at auction houses, I highly recommend you do that training. It is really great. It is packed with information that will save you thousands of pounds in the way that you will avoid really costly mistakes. But training, this is one of my points I wanted to clarify with you, where people do turn around and they say, look, everything you need to learn is on the internet. Yes, I agree 100%. Everything that you want is there on the internet. Just type in YouTube and that's it. But I want to give you a scenario. Many of you know I love my golf. I'm off to play in a competition this morning, and the thing is that I like to learn. I can look on the internet and I can find every lesson that is to learn about golf. The thing is, I need a professional who is really advanced, who's been there, seen it and done it, who understands the mechanics of a swing, who understands that if my grip is slightly wrong, if I'm standing in the wrong position, if my weight is wrong, if I'm moving as I'm swinging, all these things, I can find that out on the internet. I can. But what I can't do is have someone look at me and how everything changes me. So the thing is I need a professional who knows what they're doing. That's the most important thing. And that's why I think some trainers get bad rep, because they're clubbed together with other trainers that come into the industry for 5 minutes, try to teach a strategy, and they have no pedigree, they have no experience, they have no real hands-on, and they can't prove it either. They would talk the talk. I've seen people say, I've done 10 refurbs, I've done this, I've done that, listen with me, pay me the money and I'm going to make you a millionaire. That is rubbish, and it is really sad that that's what's going on. So I do agree, you need to be very, very careful in where you put your money to learn from. But check those people's history, speak to other people who know them personally, speak to people who've been trained by them, and then you will start to be in the right place. Hence, my golf instructor, I've come through recommendations because this guy is really good. What have I done? I put my son into that training as well. So for those people who are saying, look, don't invest in training, just watch the internet, you can make a mistake. And I'm sorry, I'm going to use golf again. Look, in my swing, I have what's called a one-piece swing. Okay, it's a quite a classic, old-fashioned swing, if you like. I play off 10, nearly, I'm coming down to 9, but play off 10 at the minute. And the thing is that if I am watching a video that says to me, right, I need to do a little bit out here, and I think I misinterpret the lesson, I can now start to really mess up and make mistakes. It's the same in training. If in property training, if somebody has no experience, say, oh yes, you can do that, of course you can. So let's take permitted development rights. A lot of people are saying, oh look, it's so relaxed now, you can do this. I've seen people go and build a block of flats, 3 flats, and then thinking I'm doing this under permitted development rights, and then the enforcement officer comes and said, no, you've got to pull it down. I've just heard recently that about a week ago that a lady in London has she has her house and she's built 2 apartments on the ground floor 10 feet away from the back door without any planning permission. They will, unless you can prove that building regulations of what the foundations, should probably have to pull them down. So poor advice. And you know, if you came to me and said, Trevor, what should I do in this situation? I would be saying to you, look, first of all, you know, give me more information so I can give you an informed decision. But at the end of the day, if it's something like permitted development rights, I'll be saying you must go to a planner. You must go to the council, because even under PDR, you need to get everything, go through the process, and building regulations are going to be there every step of the way. And some people don't even know what building regulations is about. Another story. What's point 2 of this video today? Well, point 2 is negative energy. Wow, what's that all about? Look, there are groups that come up and they start to criticize other people, whether that's in your personal life, your business life, your social media, whatever. People will criticize, and I see this all the time. They come on the bandwagon and they start to pull down. Look, in many instances, it's not without substance. So once we start to do stuff and we go on social media and we use it for business, then we are at the mercy, if you like, of the public to make a choice. Are we people of integrity? Are we people who are scamming? Are we doing a good or are we doing a bad job? I get that. And some people who do a really bad job and continue to do a bad job, rightfully, they are criticized. They are. But my point is, with so many people criticizing, there is so much wasted energy. And I know that in health, all right? Let's liken it to health. I always remember that there was a bombing in Ireland, in Enniskillen, and there was a wall that got blown up and it fell on loads of small children. It was horrendous. But there was one of the fathers of the children, absolutely, this is many years ago now, but it shocked me. But he said, I choose to forgive those who killed my daughter. And I thought, how can he do that? But do you know, in the years that passed, I realized that he's probably the only one who's free. Now, look, don't get me wrong, if someone did that to my children, I don't know if I could ever forgive them. I really don't. But the negative energy of hatred, of pulling down, is so destructive in your own life. Not just the people that you're going after, but in your own life. Rather than, okay, yes, criticize them, but what can we do that's going to make things better for other people? If it's training, if there's a training company who's really, really bad, fine, put them aside, yep, criticize them, no problem. But start to work and collaborate with other people in the group and say, what can we do to make this better? How can we help people who are coming into this industry with no experience, and what can we do? So that might be, look, let's do a series of interviews on a YouTube channel. You know, look, this is how you do it, guy. Here's some free information. These are trainers who we highly recommend. Not just pull down. I get it. If they're bad, they're bad, and yes, you're going to talk about them. But my point is negative energy. Be careful with you. It harms you. I can tell a little bit. When my wife was diagnosed with cancer and they said, Marie, you have cancer. I said, whoa, excuse me. And the consultant looked at me, I beg your pardon. I said, look, it's cancer, we agree, but it's limited. It doesn't belong to Marie, it has no right on her body. It's temporary, it's not staying, it's going. So we can class it, when we speak about it, it's the cancer, not Marie's cancer. Really, really important not to take ownership of something. Really important. It's for your mind. It's for your mind. Marie put her hand on my arm. She said, Trevor, thank you. And the very first minute she said, thank you, Trevor. She said, that's really helped me focus on it. Now don't get me wrong, we've come through 5 years, Marie's 5 years clear of cancer. Now you might be sitting and say, oh, no, you know, he's not working, my relative died of cancer. Look, my brother died of cancer. I've seen it both ways. I was with him when he died. The point is, again, let's be focused. You know, whether it's a miracle that we need, let's believe in it. Because I don't want to go down in anything that I do with negative energy. I'm an optimist. I will hope that things will change, always. I'm hoping that when we have a recession, it's not long, that we go in and we come out. I really am. It's encouraging what I'm seeing at the minute. But the negative energy is something that will harm you more than it will harm someone else. You can shout about it and whatever. I'm not saying they don't deserve it. You know, you might keep it going, that's fine. But think about you and what you want to achieve and how you can help others. One of the things I'm doing, you will see this getting posted. I would love your support. There's 4 of us, my son and 2 friends. We're doing a 72-hole golf challenge. You think, hey, Trevor, you're playing golf again. But no, we're playing 36 holes in one day, 36 holes in the next day in October. I believe it's the 9th and 10th. We're going to do a Just Giving page. We want to raise over £10,000. And if you can help support, that'd be a great thing, because there's looking at something negative and what are we doing positive? We are raising money to put money into research, and so we can make people survive cancer, which would be fantastic. What is the last point that I want to do? Well, very much I've been talking about that, and that is coming together, working together. And I really do think this is one of the most important things that we do in all of life, really. You know, there's a great proverb. It says, 1 will put 1,000 to flight, 2 will put 10,000 to flight. And when we come and work together, we can achieve so much more than we do just on our own. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, I have some companies, relatively small companies. It's me and my wife, but I bring other people in to work with. And so we can become more productive, and that's really, really important. So for instance, I've got my son. I employ a construction company, other people, but I bring them together and I make us a team. Even with the architects, I'm speaking to them and I'm saying, look, what else have you got? What else have you got? It's really, really important. So many of you are property investors. How can we work together as a team? Well, occasionally, not often, but occasionally through YouTube, I get people contacting me. I just had one last week and said, Trevor, I've got this project here. Can you look at the numbers, and would you be interested in investing in this? Great. What a great opportunity. Because you can send me a comment, you can send me a private message of saying, Trevor, I've got something. Do you think we could do it together? Now, some cases I might say yes, some cases I might say no. There's not enough in it, but I might pay you for taking that from you. And think about it, if you haven't got the funds to do something at the minute, then is it not better to bring it to someone who can do it and you make something from it? Now, last week, the gentleman that brought me a deal, he had £150,000 and he was looking for an investment to do this joint venture. Unfortunately, as I went through it, I spent quite a bit of time going through it. It wasn't quite enough that it would work for the 2 of us to go in. But he said, Trevor, he said, you were the first person I came to. I've got a friend, he's got no experience. It will be harder because he hasn't got experience to do that project. But whatever it is, whether it's a property which is run down, and I love them, but it doesn't have to be a property that's run down. It could be a fairly good standing property that I can split into apartments, such as 4, 5, 6 apartments. There's good money in doing that. There's a good opportunity to work together and to produce something which is great. I'm doing a project, I've got it going to plan soon. I don't want to talk too much about that right now. I've actually got 3 projects we're planning at the minute, and that's all quite exciting. There will be a 4th one going in soon as well. So look, the opportunity is there to work with other people. And don't think just because I'm over here, you know, you can't message me. Yes, you can. Message me. Please comment on my videos. You know, tell me if you think that I'm wrong in what I've been saying. Look, that's fine. I respect your decision. One of the most important things I do with my daughter, who's 13 years old, and obviously at 13, we're certainly at crossroads in what we think, accept, believe, etc. But that's teenage years. But I always respect her opinion, and you must. So the thing is, we make an argument that isn't arguing as we know. We say, well, can you put your argument to me so I understand what you're believing and thinking, and then I'll put mine. And we have great discussions. We sit down, have dinner, and we just talk about things. Sometimes I persuade her and she says, okay, I didn't realize that, I'm going to change. And sometimes she said, no, Dad, you're wrong. That's fine. I believe, I respect it. And that's a very powerful place to be, especially with teenagers, which many of you know about. Guys, I need to get this uploaded. I need to get off. I'm teeing off in 55 minutes, and I want to wish you a wonderful week. Please comment on my videos, subscribe. Please share it to other platforms so other investors, new people can get and have a look. Have a great week. God bless you. Bye-bye.